Explosive Pro Wrestling will celebrate its 9th anniversary at the Vasto Club, Balcatta on November 27th. This is the countdown to Reawakening 9. Sebastian Sander versus Rocky Menero. I think it's going to be a great matchup. We haven't seen Rocky Menero over here in WA before. I mean, the guy's an 11-year vet. He's wrestled all around Australia and done great things. The only place he hasn't conquered, right here in Perth. And not only is he just going to, waltz in and wrestle on an EPW show, no. He's coming to Reawakening, the biggest show of the year, where all eyes will be right there. He's a veteran, he knows what he's doing in the ring, but it's not going to be easy with him because he is up against Sebastian Sander. And what a spectacular year Sebastian Sander has had in Explosive Pro Wrestling. I mean, throughout this Blackest Hour feud him and Team All-Star have had, he has constantly been the one to watch. He has just been the backbone of Team All-Star. I mean, Brad West has done so well at bringing this guy up through the ranks of EPW that he handpicked him for a reason. And I mean, good God, what doesn't this guy have? He's got the size, he's got the strength, he's got the ability, he has every single thing to get the job done in Explosive Pro Wrestling, in the higher end of the scale as well. And I don't even think now you could bring in his inexperience and his young age into the fact that, I mean, he's toppled Richter, for God's sake, a man that was so dominant for over a year in EPW. I mean, that alone speaks for itself. I think that if Sebastian Sander, continuing the head of steam after this Riot Den match, can roll through Rocky Menero, which will not be easy, if he can manage to do that, somehow manage to do that, I think 2011 will be Sebastian Sander's year.
Rocky Menero has been around Australian professional wrestling longer than Explosive Pro Wrestling has. He is a true veteran of Australian wrestling. If you look back in the history books, you'd find the original 5 or 6 EPW guys that flew over to Adelaide to train. Rocky Menero was instrumental in making EPW what it is today indirectly. But at the same time, it's not Team All-Star's job to pay respect to that. Seb's just going to go out there and do what he always does and just try and win, mow through the competition. And Rocky Menero, we do respect you, but at the same time, we're not going to go in there and be intimidated by you. Sebastian Sander is the guy that Team All-Star put their stock in. Over the entire year that the Team All-Star Blackest Hour feud went, he stood toe-to-toe with the former EPW champion Richter and showed everybody in this state that he is worthy of being the top guy in this promotion. He is the reason Team All-Star walked out of the Riot Den victorious.
No, there's no doubt that Sebastian Sander will be riding pretty high after his performance at Road to Glory. He was the difference maker in that Riot Den match. But Rocky Menero is one of the single best wrestlers to ever come out of South Australia. Probably one of the best wrestlers in Australia. Sebastian Sander probably doesn't really know what he's getting himself in for at Reawakening, and if he's not at his absolute best, Rocky Menero is going to pick up a very big win.
How can anyone look past Sebastian Sander? This guy is a monster. He tore it up in the Riot Den, and he's going to keep tearing his way through the EPW roster. Now, Rocky Menero, first time in EPW, that's always a bit of an X factor, but I'm going to go with Seb.
Sebastian Sander, the team captain of Team All-Star, versus Rocky Menero.
Rocky Romero.
No, it's Rocky Menero.
Yeah, Rocky Romero.
No, Menero, Rocky Menero from Adelaide.
Not from Adelaide, you idiots. It's from like Havana or something.
No. It's Menero!
Azuka!
Now, Rocky, I don't know who you are. I've never seen you before, but I do know firsthand about Sebastian Sander. Sebastian Sander, you and me, we have one thing in common. This little baby. So I'm going to go where success has been, and that is Sebastian Sander. Sebastian Sander, he is a big man. He's 6'4". He's 270 pounds of pure power.
Rocky Menero versus Sebastian Sander. Rocky Menero, the interstater, I gotta say, most interstaters get the job done, and I'm no doubts of this guy. In fact, once you beat Sebastian Sander, give me a call. I'll hook you up something, maybe Jersey Shores. You reckon? Yeah, we'll get another one. Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind that Rocky Menero is going to win that match. I mean, I know Sebastian Sander is a star in the making. He had the biggest win of his career at Road to Glory. But Rocky Menero, on the other hand, is an 11-year veteran. I've trained with this man. This man helped me become a wrestler. I know what he's about, and I just don't think Sebastian Sander's got it.
Sebastian Sander is without a doubt the hottest prospect in explosive pro wrestling right now. This guy has future EPW champion written all over him. Brad West has molded him from a rookie with a ton of potential into now being a monster that could potentially dominate EPW for an extremely long time to come. Let me say this very clearly. Anybody who underestimates Rocky Menero does so at their own peril. And the fact is, while EPW might be looking for a huge star for Sebastian Sander to walk over, they might just find their rising star comes crashing back to earth.
I have no question in my mind that Sebastian Sander is leaving Reawakening victorious, because a lot of people may say that Sebastian Sander will underestimate Rocky Menero, but I'm going to go one step further and say Rocky Menero will underestimate Sebastian Sander.